and this is my channel on the internet where I like to talk about yarn. You can find me on the internet at most places as Andi The Knittress. Also, you can find me as The Knotty Knittress, including my website, TheKnottyKnittress.com. I have no FOs. I love this mug. I think one of my friends got it for me. I am indeed powered by coffee and yarn. We are in a different location today because we have been taken over by 3D printers. So I make yarn bowls, pom-pom buttons, and all those kinds of things on a 3D printer, and I got a new one that was bigger so that I could make bigger things, and unfortunately it is on our dining room table where I usually film because we haven't made a home for it yet because it's bigger than we thought it would be. So this is the corner of my room where I usually film my Zoom knit chats. So if you are ever interested in just chit-chatting with me, I host those on Sundays from noon to 2. And I will have the information down below, or you can just send me a message and I will give you the link personally. So let's get into, I guess, whips, because I have no FOs. I'm assuming that it did. So I was showing my Recalibrate by Shana Cohen. This is being knit in pretty twisted yarns. All of this yarn is left over from my Beetlejuice sweater that you may have seen, and I am in love with it. This is a self-striping here called There's a Beetle in My Juice, and then I am doing the striping on this panel here as instructed in the pattern, but I am using Purple Rain and Acid Trip, and these are all pretty twisted yarns. This was on her BFL base Endure, which is my very favorite base, and I don't remember where I was last time I showed you, but you can see I keep all of the markers down here at the bottom. To every day that I pick it up, I put a marker on. So that is how I use Progress Keepers, just so that I can know how many days I have worked on a project. So that is just growing a little bit. Again, that is the Recalibrate by Shana Cohen, and that is my Sunday knit chat project. So it gets 2 hours worked on it a week. Sometimes it's the only knitting I get done, but not all the time. So there is that project. The other thing I have been working on just a little bit, not too much, is my Illusion Bat Shawl, because I am trying to get through all of my whips for Clear R Whips 2023. It's not working very well, but I sometimes think that I should just frog them all. They're not bringing me enough joy to make me want to work on them, but I do want some of the things, especially this is my Illusion Bat Shawl. It is a pattern by Garnmanufaktur, which is, let's see if they actually have a, I don't want to move this around too much. This pattern is written out line by line. I will let you see that real quickly. I am about halfway done with this. It's a fun knit. I am working it up in some yarn I got on Etsy. This one is called Tequila Sunrise, and it is from My Melody by Wolltraum on Etsy. And the other one is from the same person, but this one is called Black Magic Woman. And these are 50% wool, 50% acrylic. And they are a fun, they're the, where you have the little strands of thread, and then slowly, you know, they'll take one of these strands out and change the color until you've gone completely to a different color. So this is my illusion bat shawl. Looks real fun, green and yellow stripes. Then when you turn it at an angle, this angle, you can see the bat wing. I think that's super cool. Here, let's move that. So you can see the bat wing on there. I am almost to the point where I'm getting into the body of the bat. I think I have one page left before I will be at the halfway point. And then instead of increasing, I will be doing some, there's a few rows where you just knit straight, and then there will be a decrease. So yeah, I haven't worked on it a whole lot, but a little bit. I think I was here when I showed you guys, when I was showing all my whips. I think I was down here. So I've got a few rows in. And I really would like to have this done definitely before the fall, because I want to wear it. So that got worked on a tiny bit since I last filmed. And then the other thing that I have been working on a lot is not even an old whip, because of course it's not. Let's see if I can get this out of the way without shaking the camera. So I've been working on my stumble dress by Lydia Morrow, I do believe. Yes, that says Lydia Morrow. So this is the dress I have been working on, and I don't know if it's because it's stockinette and I don't have to think, and a lot of my other projects require a little bit more thinking, or because it's a new cast on, or because I'm using minis, which makes it go faster. But I'm flying through this dress. At least I think so. I think I filmed about 3 weeks ago, and I had just passed the neckband. And now I am all ready to the ribbing. On this dress. So I've passed the sleeve split. I have done the short row bust shaping here in this section. And then now I am to the waist, where I have switched to smaller needles, and I'm doing the waist, and then I'll be doing the skirt. Like, it is flying. I am hoping, I assume that I will get through the whole rainbow of colors that I picked out, because the skirt takes a lot more yarn. But I've only gone through the purple and the pinks that I've picked out, so I don't know, we'll see. You can see I've got 2 markers hiding on the inside there from the folded over brim, but you can see all of the days I've been working on it. I try to knit on this at least a little bit every evening. And I definitely work on it when I am at the farmers markets, which is a weekly thing for me now, twice a week. And if there is time when I'm at Little Hawk Yarns, I also pick it up. So you can see there's some bigger chunks of of days there where I got a lot more knitting in than other days. So I'm really excited to have this dress. I'm hoping that it'll be done like before it's too hot, because I think this will be a nice like spring dress to wear. So we will see. And that's the whips that I've been working on. I've been super busy, which is why I have not been able to film as often as I'd like. I'd like to try and do every other week, but it's not working out. I'm a busy lady, and I'm happy about that. So I guess I will show you guys some of the acquisitions that I have gotten in, and then we can talk, oops, knocking the camera. Then we can talk life, and then shop talk. And I have like no notes for today. This is kind of just like, I want to film. I don't want to plan it all out. I just want to get it done. So let's jump into acquisitions. So I got Teresa from Pretty Twisted Yarns. Unfortunately, she lost her Mimi, or her grandmother, and she went through a really hard time, and she dyed a very beautiful colorway in honor of her called Mimi Memories. And so I definitely had to get that because it's special and it's beautiful. I mean, everything Teresa does is beautiful, but that's just gorgeous. And of course I got it on Sparkle, and then I got, to go with it, this Tutti Frutti. I would really love to do the slip stitch shawl. I can't remember who it's by, but you take two yarns that aren't really the same and you knit them together and it makes them cohesive. Now, I think that these could live together in anything, but also they're really opposite. So eventually these will probably live together in a shawl if I ever get knitting time again. Well, I mean, I have knitting time. I just have to make it. I have to make time for knitting, and I haven't been making as much time as I'd like, but it's okay. It ebbs and flows. So I've got those. This one is called Tutti Frutti, and this one is called Mimi Memories. And she just came out with a really new, a really pretty color that I really like, and I should have waited to get these and order them all at the same time. But she came out with Pinkleberry, and it is gorgeous. It's so gorgeous. It's like a very pink with blue and purple. I just like it, and it's right up my alley. So that, I got that. And then the other thing that I have is from Here in Colors Dyeworks, and there is no label, but I had some bare lamb's wool that was in my personal stash that I had him dye up for me because I want to make a cardigan. I have several skeins of it. Just want to make sure nothing else is hiding underneath there. I want a black cardigan. Now I know this is not black, but that is because this lamb's wool did not take the dye. I wanted like a black purple. And so we had a touch of purple in there, but the lamb's wool just, it was making it gray, like charcoal, and there's really a touch more purple in there than you guys are seeing. But I'm gonna make myself a cardigan out of this eventually, because I realized that as much as I love to knit raglan or top-down yoked sweaters, I really wear my cardigans the most. They get more wear because they just go on over whatever I'm wearing. If I have to pop out of the house and I, need to throw a sweater on, it's usually a cardigan. So I wanted a black cardigan or, close to it so that I could have that in my wardrobe. I do have a black cardigan, but it's store-bought and it's very thin cotton. And I want something that's a little warmer. So I got those. The other thing that I got is, oh, darn it, did I bring her business card over here? I don't have it like a good podcaster. Okay, so let me move this yarn. I will pop the name in on the screen somewhere, who I got this from, on Etsy. I found them through Aquila, because Aquila of a Lefty Knitter podcast purchased some buttons for a sweater she was making. And so I went to check them out because they were resin buttons. And I ordered some mystery buttons because how fun, to have some mystery buttons. And then I will show you a few of those in a minute. But I thought these were really cool. And that's very shiny and you can't see it. But they're just teeny tiny little like leftover resin shapes and stuff that she had in her shop, that they had in their shop. I'm sorry, I don't know their pronouns. But what I thought I would do with those, and I've done a few, is I put these little eyelets, eyelet screws, I think they're called, in them, and I turned them into progress keepers. So just little tiny shape, and they're resin, so they're super lightweight. Little progress keepers. So that's what I plan to do with the rest of these. There's some like butterflies and stars and moons, circles and squares and such. So yeah, so I got those. Those were really neat. I bought all the ones she had at the time, so that I could make progress keepers, because clearly I can't finish any of my projects and I need all of the progress keepers to live in the projects, because I work on them for a half an hour at a time, and I just need all the progress keepers. So I got those. And so some of the fun buttons I got, let's see. I think I sort of organized them by, sorry for the crinkles, by size-ish for the most part. So some random buttons. I think they were really cool. I really like this shape here. It's just like fun. And then this one here, it's got some stars in it. And this is cool. Little skull button. I got a couple of these squares. I got this heart button with, I don't know if you can see the little ghosty in there. There's a big button. Yeah, it's very hard to show these buttons and I keep dropping them. But yeah, so I got all kinds of fun. They're resin with glitter and sparkles, and I like them. Now, she does sell sets of buttons. So like you could buy, you know, 5, 6, 7, 8 buttons, however many buttons you need for a sweater. But I thought it would be cool just to have random buttons because I'm random like that sometimes, and I think it would be fun to just have 5 different buttons on a cardigan. I mean, I can't be the only one who thinks like that. I wish I could remember their name, but it's not in my head at all. And so then these are some medium-sized buttons that I got. Now, these all came random. There were different sizes in each pack, but I then sorted them out by size. So, I mean, I'm not going to be able to show you this. This is awkward. Anyway, yeah, I got all the buttons, and then the last pack I put like smaller buttons in. So I will have them linked down below, and you should check it out because they are pretty affordable, I think, for buttons, and they're sparkly. So who doesn't want a sparkly button? I want a sparkly button. Yeah, and then the other thing I got was some Happy Mail that I didn't know that I was getting, and I was extremely happy and surprised, but my friend Angela, whom I get to chat with on a regular basis, she comes to my Zoom chats, just sent me a package of cool, fun stuff and a cute little note. But she got me these awesome things from, oh, who's it from? Knitting is Metal. Yes. So I got these awesome scissors that I have been eyeballing forever, and I've been waiting to open them until I could show you guys. I saw these, I commented on them, and I have had them in my cart since I saw them. And I'm so happy to have them now. Thank you, Angela. And this cool skein coat, spider web, awesome. And it's like sparkly glitter. And these cool stitch stoppers, which I have been dying to use. They're black skulls. I have white skulls, or they're like off-white skulls in my shop, but I could not source the black ones. So I am super excited to have those and use those. And these things were purchased from Knitting is Metal. Here is their information. You can find them on Instagram or their website. They have really cool stuff. But yeah, so these just go right on the end of your knitting needle. Is it gonna focus? There we go. Little black skulls. I think that's super awesome. So thank you again, Angela. I've already told you, but it really just brought a smile to my face that day, and still is bringing a smile to my face. So awesome. Thank you. Let's see. I think that is all I have. Yes, for acquisitions. Life stuff. As you can see, there's something new. I got glasses. I was realizing that things were not as crisp anymore as I could see. I've not really ever had to wear glasses in my life, but and now I'm gonna have to figure out this whole lighting situation with the glare on my glasses to where I can look at the camera and still have the light shining everywhere. I also haven't figured out how to do my makeup with the glasses without getting the makeup all over my glasses, so you guys get to see my red face today. Other than I've been super busy with farmers markets and doing the yarn store. I go there every Friday and get to help out, and my kids are kind of like in the spring, they tend to be more outdoors and they want to go, you know, hang out with friends and go here and there. So it's been a little bit of a like a shuffle into busier times, which I kind of appreciate, because if you're busy, then you're not bored. But I am missing out on some knitting time sometimes. But other than that, I've been learning a new hobby, because I need another one, which is 3D printing. So it's like any other hobby or, you know, craft. When you go into it, you're gonna fail, you're gonna have mistakes, you're gonna have a learning curve, and I have, but I have been printing all of the things, and it's super fun. There is a few of the skull yarn bowls in my shop still. I just had an update this past weekend. I think there are 2 of the rainbow skull yarn bowls. So I guess right now we're transferring, transitioning into the Knotty Knittress news. So, because that's pretty much my life all the time is Knotty Knittress, and kids and stuff. So you can find these on my website. They are, they should be in a collection that is right on the home page under yarn bowls. This is a skull yarn bowl. This is a 100-gram ball of yarn that you can see fits just nicely in there. You can run the yarn through this yarn guide here and pull it out the eye, or you can have it come out the other eye. These are super cute and I love them. All of the other colors that I made have sold out. I made more of the rainbow than I did anything else, so there's still a couple of those left in the shop. There is also our traditional shaped, well, they're not traditional, I mean they're polygon shaped yarn bowls. I think they're fun. We have those in a couple of different sizes. So this is a small one. This is the medium. I'm gonna make a lot of noise here. Then this is the large. So balance it precariously. So small, medium, and large, those are available in the shop right now. I also did, there's a section on there for misfits for some of the ones, because as I said, with a new hobby, there's learning curves. Some of them have fails or blemishes that I'm not super happy with, so they ended up in the section for misfits. So like this one, it's not a misfit per se, but it is small. It's tiny. It's gonna only hold like, you know, a 50 gram, maybe a 25 gram ball. This was a test print to see how this filament would work. So I'm not gonna make this size anymore, so it goes in the misfit section. This particular one glows in the dark. It glows orange, which we're not going to be doing the glow in the dark anymore because I am not advanced enough to print that filament properly all of the time. It took a lot of, it was hard on my machine. So that is not going to happen anymore. This particular skull is a little thin here because it's smaller. So when you take something and then you print it smaller, there's a little bit less distance between the inside wall and the outside wall. When it's bigger, it's not thin like that. This one is $10 on the website. And then there's some little cauldrons that are in the Misfits section because I'm not going to be making this shape anymore. And then we've got, this is another one of the rainbow big polygon bowls. This one is discounted because there is a line in here. This is not in the Misfits section, but it is discounted. It's underneath the large yarn bowls. But I really like this filament. It's like a pastel rainbow. We have lots of those in the shop. This is gonna be noisy because I have a whole tote of yarn bowls here ready to ship. Speaking of shipping, this week is free shipping if you use code HAPPY 1 year, because Knotty Knittress is 1 year old. I've been doing this for 1 year and it has been such a fun learning curve. I have had a lot of growth. I have learned a lot of things. I've got to meet a lot of people and talk with everybody, and I just am super excited that you all make this possible for me to continue to do this, because if it weren't for all of you who are supporting my business, I wouldn't be able to do it. Like, I don't have the proper words to thank everybody, and I hope you all know how thankful I am. So this week, it started yesterday, which was Sunday. Today I'm filming is Monday, and you'll probably see this on Wednesday. So until Sunday the 15th, I think Sunday's the 15th. Yeah, through that whole day, it'll be free shipping if you use code HAPPY1, the number 1 year. I'll have it written on the screen and linked down below. You can also check out my Instagram for all of the details. It isn't combinable with any other discounts. Like, I have the regular discount Knittress 15 for all of my viewers here. They are not combinable together, but you know, whichever one works for you. If you want to order a yarn bowl, the shipping's a little higher because it has to go in a box, and so it would be a good way to save on that. Another one of the yarn bowls that I have tested out, I really like this one. I'm excited to print more of these closer to the summer, closer you know, towards Halloween. But this is a Happy Jack-o'-lantern yarn bowl. It's just super cute, and I love this filament, how it's like orange and yellow, and I like my little warbly shaped pumpkin. I designed this in a CAD program all by myself. Pat on my back. No. It's just simple shapes and stuff that I put together to come up with this. But I'm super happy with it. I like it a lot, and I'm really proud. This is the only one I have in the shop. It is $35. And I just really like it. It's brought me so much joy to create these things. So technically, I guess this is an FO, right? Because I designed it and then I printed it. So it's sort of like an FO. It's like a stretch. This was what started it all. This yarn bowl here, a friend of mine sent me the pattern, and so I was like, okay, I'm gonna print that out. And this is not functional. I like it. It's very beautiful. It's not functional for a knitter. The inside of it, all of this right here, will catch and snag yarn. The design of this eye here, that, you know, this right here is going to catch on your yarn as you're knitting. It's not functional. I will not be selling this shape, which is why I went to the drawing board and designed the one that I am selling. So as much as I like this pattern and it's really cool, I will not be printing these for sale, unfortunately. It's just not, it's not practical. And the price that I would have to charge for this, for the amount of time and the amount of filament that it uses to print, I just don't feel like it would be a good value since it's not functional. It would be a great decoration. So that being said, this one is going to be raffled off. So anybody who purchases anything from my website from now till June 10th will be entered in a raffle, and I will draw the winner on my birthday, which is June 11th, and then I will ship this out to them. So any order that you place, big or small, gets you an entry to win this beautiful, non-functional, decorative yarn bowl. So yeah. So if you want a chance to win it, just, you know, purchase things. I have lots of little things in the shop and big things and some gorgeous yarn colors, which I didn't even bring over here. Oh my goodness. See, I just wanted to podcast and I was completely unprepared. So I will pop in a picture up here of some of the new colors that Here in Colors Dyeworks did. He did a cherry blossom colorway, which is super pretty. I think I showed you guys all of the one-of-a-kinds last time, I'm pretty sure. Pop a little picture in here just in case I didn't. And then the other one is asparagus. I know that's a weird name for, excuse me. I know that's a weird name for yarn, but there's a story behind it. It's not like a crazy story, but sometimes when Bobby dyes yarn, he just gets in there and he plays with color. He has nothing in mind when he's doing it. He just picks colors that he's feeling and he dyes yarn. So sometimes we will take a picture of the yarn and we will Google it to see what Google thinks those colors look like. And when this gorgeous yarn, I took a picture and it said that it looked like asparagus in a pan. So you'll see the picture that I put up of the pretty yarn, and it's got lovely greens and some blacks, and there's like a lighter green and it broke and did some orangey red parts. Well, apparently that looks like asparagus in a cast iron pan on a stove. So this yarn is called Asparagus, and it's very, very pretty, and I really like it. And other people like it too, because there's not very much of it left. So if you want one, go snag one. The other thing I have been working on, so I have to reach it. And I don't know, you guys have to tell me if this is something you would be interested in, because it was kind of difficult and I don't know. So in my Zoom chats, if you join my Zoom knit chat, you kind of get all of the insider information, like what's going on, what's coming out, what I'm working on, etc. You also get to be my inspiration, because one of my friends, Belinda, when I was showing the skull yarn bowls, made a comment of, wouldn't it be cool if you had a lid for that yarn bowl and it was like the top of the skull? No, it wouldn't be cool, Belinda. Yes, of course it would be cool. But unfortunately the skull that I used to design the yarn bowl didn't have a top to begin with. So I had to go back to the drawing board and try this out because it got stuck in my head. And I sort of did it. I mean, I'm not extremely happy with it, but I achieved it through trial and error. Now this one is still Got lots of little bits of plastic on it because I haven't cleaned it up yet. And the way that it got printed, this prints at the same time as the bottom of this prints, so these match up down here, and then not so much at the top. But I did it with magnets, so magnets, skull, yarn bowl with a lid. I don't know if I'm going to sell this. It took a lot of filament. It took over half of a roll of filament. It took quite a bit. It took over 500 grams. Yeah, there's like 1,000 grams in one roll, and it took a lot. So I don't know. You guys tell me what you think. I don't, maybe like a pre-order type thing, because it would have to cost, a pretty penny. But yeah, so that idea got put in my head and I had to try it, and I would say that I achieved it for the most part. I had to tweak a little things. I would like the skull to sit a little more flush. Yeah, anyway, so thank you for inspiring me, Belinda. Not a whole lot else. I thought this was going to be a quick episode, but apparently I'm chatty. Oh, I did get, my glasses are really cool, because you guys know that I like to change everything all of the time. So I had to get glasses that I could change. I got the pair eyewear that I see all of the ads for, and I love them. And this orange one, actually, we 3D printed out and glued some little magnets in there, and I think they're pretty awesome. I purchased a file on Etsy to be able to print out my frame sizes, but I love these, glasses. They're super awesome. They're totally me, because I wanted to match everything. Like, all of these will match my Penguono. Like, any of these shades. That's what I'm wearing. I forgot to say that in the beginning. Penguono by Stephen West. All of the yarn is pretty twisted. But yeah, that's where my glasses are, the pair eyewear glasses. And I think they're pretty freaking cool. And they totally had me in mind when they came up with this, because I can just, you know, change my frames to match my mood or my attitude or whatever I want. So, yeah. It's exciting. I will have it linked down below. If you guys are glasses wearers and you're interested in it, the link down below should earn you a coupon if you use it. So I hope that you all are having a wonderful time and you're getting in lots of good knitting and crocheting and crafting in, and just take it all one stitch at a time.